madx.tv.
Welcome back to the second game slot of tonight's Super League round. Top of the table clash, I think, here for the winner of this game between East Adelaide Force and the Northern Flyers gets a ticket straight into the grand final. Last time, I think they won a piece. Last time they played, Northern Flyers were able to take the win away after a couple of turns. I believe there was leads both ways, and it just luckily went to the Northern Flyers at the end. So they'll be looking to kind of build on that momentum. East Adelaide Force will want to capitalise on some strong matchups they've got and really kind of punish the maybe lack of height that the Northern Flyers have, although the speed of the Northern Flyers is always capable of catching it, plus along with some couple of players like Ben Foley and Ted Wachtel and Nathan Dignam who all play above their height. I can tell automatically Northern Flyers are going down on D because I've got Sam Kane in front of me on the sideline, strictly an O-line player. A couple more years he'll be strictly an O-line downwind player. East Adelaide Force are still standing in a huddle, talking about what they want to do, knowing Powley's probably just telling them something expletive-laden around playing tough defence, and then he'll go and poach everywhere instead of actually playing any tough defence. But I'm here to give some good analysis as well as maybe be a bit nasty to some people, so we'll see. Doesn't look like I've got a partner tonight, but we'll see. Someone might jump in to help me halfway through, otherwise you're just stuck with the less than dulcet tones of Jonathan Warren-White, who's just played a hard game in 30-degree weather. So I'm sorry about the huffing and the puffing that you've probably already heard, but I've just come off the other game. I've just been asked about the no friend situation. But they didn't call me Johnny No Friends at school for any reason.
I'll be your friend, Johnny, don't worry.
Thank you, Rex. Sam O'Connell also asking about friendships. So, Rex, you've seen both these teams play against each other a couple of times. Who do you think's got the edge mentally here?
The top couple of picks on the East Adelaide Force team are pretty solid. And then Powley went for a couple of victory laps in the draft selection. But if those top four are firing, then my pick is East Adelaide Force in this game.
Yeah, and I find Northern Flyers to be just athletically solid just the whole way down the line. I know we really struggle with them when they lock in tight on some tight D and when they just grind on O. I think that's what they're going to have to do this game. They're just going to have to pick their matchups they want, exploit the weaker side of East Adelaide Force.
Yeah, it's really anyone's game.
Yeah, I think they did. I didn't see all of the game last time, but I think they did a good job of keeping guys like Greg and Powley out of the spaces. I think they had a strategy to always cut under if they had one of those guys to provide options and easy dump resets and things. So we'll see if they do the same thing. It's a bit windier than last time, so that will have an effect.
And the pool goes up only 5 minutes late. Not too bad.
Joseph picking up the pull. Central to Nathan Dignam, who gets a run through D and a bit of a bollocks by Ben Powley. Aggression is starting early. Sean Davis with the diss now. Powley on the mark. Sean won't mind that. Swings it to Gareth. Goes back to Sean. Back to Gareth, who snags it in front of a streaking Sean Davis. To Ted, who's caught on a line. Out call, in call from Sam Cahan on the sideline.
Let's have a quick look at that one. Good grab from Gareth. It's pretty close.
So we see Northern Flyers really looking to move that disc sideways and attack that break space. Ted Wachtel's got the disc on the inside here. Oh, Nathan. I think he's bobbled that out of bounds, I think, looking at my angle here. I think he didn't manage to keep his feet down. Bit hard to see. Oh, unfortunately we don't have vision here. Hard to see. Two contentious calls, start the game.
Yeah, it looks like the feet were down the whole time. It's hard to argue against Craig, who's standing there on the line with probably the best perspective. But I think that...
Craig retracts it.
Yeah.
And we've got Nathan with the bookends. Good run through D on Powley, followed by a...
yeah, really solid start from Northern Flyers.
So an early break.
Yeah, and that started off the back of Nathan's run-through block.
Yeah, an early break and the up-winder.
Yeah, this is the first one or two throws of the game. Nathan just says, yep, Northern Flyers are here to play.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Powley's little rugby step-through too. Doesn't want a piece of it.
And hopefully second time lucky. Hopefully the punters will go back and look at the film and see the blades of grass that we saw on film too.
So we'll see this. So they started off in a horizontal, it looked like, with Powley maybe taking a deep shot first and then coming under. Powley not recognising just the speed that Nathan has, not getting a body in front of him. Hard to see from this angle. Maybe he was thrown slightly behind him, giving Nathan a window for that shot.
Yeah, Nathan's been picked on a few teams solely for the fact that he runs faster than most of the other people at selections.
It is true. Will picks up the disc. It's trapped here in the middle. Greg with the bailout, open cut. Backs it off to Joe, goes to Sean Lace. Back to Joe. Goes to Alice in the middle. Oh, Alice shoots one to Greg, but it's through a tight window. Sean Davis is about to pick this disc up with no one on him. Alice goes to the mark. Sean hits Gareth on a big under. Gareth throws a big one around to Foley. Goes back to Gareth. Down the line to Foley. Good movement here by Northern Flyers. Foley's got Nathan, who's come up on the inside. Nathan now a bit stuck. He's got Foley going in front of him. And that's a goal. East Adelaide Force just kind of slow in the uptake defensively. Struggling with the athletic nature of East Adelaide Force.
Yeah, it looks like Northern Flyers are here ready to go.
Northern Flyers, I'm sorry.
East Adelaide Force haven't quite warmed up yet.
Well, it's a bit like, as I said before, Northern Flyers, they're just, athletically, they bat 10 deep. I don't know, how many players have they got here tonight? They've got 9 players here tonight. And
yeah,
athletically, their weakest athlete is still, would be 5th or 6th on the Northern Flyers team. And so if they can just tighten the screws, apply the pressure, turns will come against the weaker elements of the Northern Flyers. Shots will go up that aren't needed. Pressure will build. We can see the pressure was built there off of just a slow pull reception. Not passed quick enough. And got trapped on that line. They had to dick around with it a bit.
Yeah, if you look at the currently playing Outbreak versus not currently playing Outbreak, Northern Flyers has got them 2-1, I think. on number of players in the Outbreak A side.
There's currently 4 on the line playing in the A squad and
3 on the
2 in the
sideline.
B, 2 in APOC. Sam Cairns the only one not playing our nationals this season. I believe Sam O'Connell's playing Apocalypse. Is that correct?
Nope.
No?
I think he's taking the season off.
Oh, okay.
But seasoned veterans of the Outbreak unit.
They are both, Sam Cairn and Sam O'Connell. They both know what to do. They'll happily take the 6th or 7th on a line.
You and me both, Johnny.
And Pally stops the pull. Again, it's just that slow pull. It's given him a lot of time to get this D pressure built up. Back to Sean, to Joe. There's no movement in the field. They're relying on something magically being done. Pally's got the disc. Big gainer to Sid there through the middle. Sid goes back to Pally. To Sean. To Pally. Oh, Sid pulled out of that one too early. Not sure if the shot was really on. Sean knew it was coming. Would have had to have been beautiful.
It seems like an optimistic punt. I'm throwing it down that way. Someone on my team
Yeah,
have a
he
go.
threw it.
Maybe a little bit bladey.
Sid was moving, but Sean had him in the deep space. Sean held the deep space well.
Some
But
great
again, it's just a
camera
lot
work.
of static movement. They're not generating anything through hard work. They're trying to generate through spectacular play.
Yeah, often when you're a point or two down, you try and make shots that you don't necessarily have to make if you're two or 3 points up. And Northern
Sam
Flyers get
Cain
another shot
walking
at
the
it.
disc in. Perkins with a big under. Happy to take it. Oh, Sean Lace with a big push. John Perkins, a lovely break throw to Sean Davis. Swings to Nathan, who catches it. Gets it to Sean Davis. Little cheeky inside to Sam Cain. Happy just to dump to Sean Davis here. Sean goes to Sang through the middle and Keith reads it. Lovely run through D. Not sure if Sang was his player or if he was just read it.
Good to see a bit of intent
Yeah,
from the East Adelaide Force team.
I think so. Joe's got the disc here. Puts it up to Powley. There's nothing Foley can really do about that. Northern Flyers needs to bracket that ISO.
Yeah, that's an important point there for East Adelaide Force.
Yeah, and that little ISO point in front, I think sometimes just putting just recognising that you're going to let them go backwards. Just let them go backwards. Chuck 2 or 3 guys at the ISO. See if Joe can throw either something beautiful that crosses the whole field for a goal or make them go backwards. Oof. I've just lost my camera to a dog that's just gone flying through.
Yeah, just recovered from a dog running through our monitor.
Might just position myself on dog defence here. This is the
Dog defence.
It shows you how
man of many
entertaining.
talents, Mr. Warren Wright.
Yeah, I know. Well, it shows you just how entertaining this game is, doesn't it? I'm more interested in playing dog defence. No, this is a good game. Looks like Northern Flyers able to hold there, which is what they needed. But as I was saying, just before the dog attack came, I think sometimes we talk about, like, once they get close to the end zone, just protect the house. The end zone's the house. You don't want anyone inside of it. Just get them going. And make them go backwards. Make them take... Good teams will go into the end zone from that close. Make them throw 4 or 5 throws before they do it. Powley, big break. Pool, sorry. Fell afoul of what happened to a lot of pullers in the last game. Bricked it out that far sideline. Not accounting for the wind. So Sam Cahan's going to take the pull reception here. He's going to take the brick. Powley's sitting off the back of the stack. They don't appear to be doing anything totally spectacular. It's just a vert from Northern Flyers. Keith's now sitting on that back of the stack. No one sitting on the break side. Looks like a backhand force. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to isolate Sean Davis here. He's got Sean Lace's a good mark on him. They might just try to put him in that break space. Nope, go to Foley, also in the break space. So gets an under to Ted. Ted turns. Oh, misses the dump opportunity. Goes to Gareth with a little overhand break. Gareth goes backwards to Sam. Gets out of the space. Nicely done. Sam goes, swings across to Ted. Ted with a push pass to Sam Cahan. He goes inside, up flip to Sean Davis. Marked by Sean Lace. Goes to Foley. It's all in short space here. And they just work that in. Sean Davis with a little scuba. Either the goal to Sean Davis or the goal to Nathan Dignam. So just a lot of small ball movement there. Northern Flyers happy to make use of that little break space in the 5 metres in front of the disc until something opened up for the run and gun movement into the end zone. Northern Flyers here. Looks like Sang will have the pull. East Adelaide Force. Powley's taken a sub for 1. Sean Lace will control this line. I'd like to see them grind a little bit here. Take some easy gainers. Just force the North Adelaide Flyers into actually doing something different. Don't be afraid of maybe taking a shot that you've set up after 1 or 2. With both Sam Cahan and Sean Davis off the line. This will be a big break if Northern Flyers can take it. They'll be looking to run and gun, I think, if they get a break or get a turn opportunity. Will catches the pull, centres it to Joe. Greg takes off. Joe's able to hit him. Sean dumps it to Sean. Sean punts it. Greg and Ted. Greg catches a snag. He's got 2 guys going up with him. Sid with the nice easy gainer to Gin for the goal. So again, that quick little power movement play. Get it to a thrower and get it to a receiver that you trust. Ted, unfortunately, just slightly under the disc. Not bad defensive position by Ted. I think there's not much else he could have really done in that situation. Went up early, tried to drag Greg up with him. Actually succeeded in doing so, but Greg's got some pretty gangly arms. Able to snag it at the last moment.
A big hello to Mr. Luke Victory on the stream, saying hello. Yes, you are hearing the dulcet sounds of Mr. Johnny Warren White.
G'day, Luke. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying my commentary on defending TV cameras or TV screens from dogs that are flying each and every way here at the field. Alright, Powley's come back on. He's had a rest. Maybe gathered himself, thought about it strategically, what he needs to do. His line was able to hold for him. Sean Davis and Sam Cahan have both come on, give them their strength. Northern Flyers as throwers. Now last time they just really handler weaved it mostly of the way down the field. They didn't really make use too much of their cutters. One bailout, undercut, but mostly just were happy to dump, swing, flip pass to the little break space. I'd like to see Northern Flyers just go on a bigger round here. No rounds force. Either go on the no rounds force and trap them on a line, or go almost a flat, no inside force, make them go wide and see if they can go around you. I think they're getting caught too much in the middle. Foley's disc here, slow pull reception, centres it back to Sam. He hits the big under to Sean, who accelerates at the last moment. Swings it back to Sam Cahan. Sam has a very open Ted as a bailout. He's able to go down the line. Sam's catching Sed to Foley, to Sean Davis, to John Perkins. And as easy as that, just once they're through, they're through. Too much down the line. And then just let him have the inside. Too worried about the force. It is a backhand force. Don't need to go past it. And I think they got to find a way to stop that quick movement. Whether or not they go, I don't think zone's the answer. It is a little bit windy, but with players like Sean Davis and Sam Cahan and Ben Foley, they'll happily just move that disc around a zone. That won't really bother them. But maybe some form of clammy look. Something where you're just throwing stuff in the break and open. Have a very flex, if you want to call it that. But get some players in different positions. Guard some space instead of exactly players. Force the Northern Flyers to do something they don't want to do. They haven't really hucked anything yet. Force them into hucking it over you. Make them go over you rather than through you. Because at the moment, they're just going right through them.
Yeah, in the game we just filmed before, the South versus your team, Johnny, the South team were looking great until they started putting on the zone.
Yeah, I mean, they had that zone they played against us, and that was... They got one turn against us, but they had another one where they just let us have the disc around a bunch, and it just kind of got our heads, slowed us down, let us have a lot of touch of the disc, and didn't really generate the pressure that we... So, we are back. Sorry about the lack of footage for a while. When we left, it was 4-2 to the Northern Flyers, but since then we've had a big run of points by the Eastside Force. Just before the turn, I said they needed to start hucking, and they also needed to start playing more junky looks, and they've done that. They've obviously listened to me, and they've managed to cause quite a few turns. Some silly, some not needed. Unfortunate drop pull by Sam O'Connell gave them a goal in the end zone. Other than that, just seem to have lost their flow. Here they are, Gareth looking downfield. I'm not entirely certain. I believe the score is 5 all. So now we have Foley cutting under, down the line to Sean Davis. He's called, beckons for someone to hit the end zone when he ends that power position. Back to Foley, swing to Ted. He goes back central power position to Sean. Gareth comes up for him, nice easy pass. Gareth under, Sean's got the line. Keith with a nice fend off. Ooh, but then they get a mix up on who's actually guarding who, and Sean's able to get an easy return. Back to Ted. Ted with the easy dump to Sean. Too easy at the moment. Ted goes down the line. Easy goal. Ooh, over Nathan's pick call, I believe, anyway. No, just an easy goal. Just a mix up on who's guarding him. Sean just caught there, not realising where the disc was moving. Nathan ends up with the harder than it needed to be goal. So I think that's 6-5. They stopped the rot. I believe that we actually had East Adelaide Force maybe take the lead briefly in the gap. Sorry. Shout out to the dedicated team of Ulti TV. We had, for those who are wondering what happened, power outage. All of a sudden we just had dead screens and everything. Both Rex and Katie though quickly, made the move, no stopping. They knew exactly what to do. Got the power back on. Did a bit of fooling around with some wires. Greg Schrader came to the rescue with a little bit of internet providing, and we are back with you for what is now looking like it's going to be a game. Okay, so we can see there again, as soon as Northern Flyers were allowed to play that kind of man offense or match offense, they felt comfortable. They felt like they could just move the disc, go sideways, go forwards, backwards. Nothing really concerned them. It's really the junky sort of clammy look that East Adelaide Force have that is causing some mayhem. Murray stops that disc there. Probably didn't need to. Joe would have caught the disc, or Joe would have stopped the disc maybe a metre further than it was. Sean now, back to Joe. He goes to Murray on the hard undercut. Oh, Murray goes back to Joe. Just cramming it all, big hammer. Powley's got enough space and time. He goes backwards. Powley to Sean, to Joe. Takes it to the sideline though, I'm just not sure. Big hammer again. Just not enough to get there. Greg of yesteryears would have got there, but he's had a baby now and struggling to make the pace that he used to. Sang now has it. Hits Perkins on a nice under. Goes backwards to Sam Cahan. Sam Cahan to Foley. Foley to Ted. Goes back to Foley. Goes to Sam. Sam hits Sam on the nice big under. He goes Sean. It's just too easy for him to get back to the middle. From here they can attack any way they want. Goes to Ted on a nice easy under again. He hits Sam on a nice easy under. And he has the big one to Foley. Just put too far for him. Just didn't need to. Had Sam O'Connell coming under. I think they really could have done that all day. When they're in that match defence, there's nothing that East Adelaide Force really do that threatens them. Just keep grinding, keep hitting the open under. They're giving you the easy dump resets. We have Joseph now slowly walking to the disc. He's allowed to because the disc is out of bounds, but could perhaps be a bit faster. Punters at home, I think, are turning off and watching, I don't know, what's popular on the internet nowadays? Cat videos, Rex? Is that still popular? Is that like 45 years ago? When I was around and the internet started.
Oh, cats are eternal on the internet.
Yeah. I don't know. I listen to I read political Twitter, so.
Twitter's a great place to be.
It is a great place to be. I find sometimes I just see what the internet's really all about. Sean with a big punt to Powley. He's not in the end zone though. He's got Alice, he's got Will coming up, he's got Alice. Nice easy gainer. No one took the mark. Needed to take the mark. Just put a big straight up force in front of him. Don't let him throw forward again, go backwards.
Honey pass, as they call it.
Honey pass, as they do call it. See, no one, Sam and John, neither took the mark. Just let him through whatever he want. (6-0), is that right, or is it 7-6? 7-5. Just checking. You could ask Maddox. We had it correct on the screen here, sixes. We're a bit thrown out, missing points, I've lost track of time.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's pretty seamless from where I'm sitting.
Mate, I'm still just in awe of how quickly you and Katie got on the move to fix the issue. I mean,
I haven't run like that since 3 months ago, at least.
mate. I don't know, Rexy. I was watching. I was looking for old footage of old outbreak teams to show the current teams. So came across some 2000.
Maybe 16?
16?
Yeah.
Is that when we won regionals?
Oh, I think we did win regionals that 1 year. What, 8 years ago now?
Yeah, mate. Long time ago. All I know is that Heads of State lost.
Oh, I think
Any Heads of State boys who,
what I remember.
whatever reason, are watching this,
Yeah.
know that I love you, but there was that one time we beat you, so that was great.
Good old Benji Johnson.
It's true.
8 foot tall.
Foley on Will and sideline here, also talking about cat memes. But Gareth fields a pull, centres it to Sean. Sean goes with a quick under to Ted. Oh no, to Sam, sorry, I apologise. Sam goes backwards to Sam. Back to Sam. He goes under to Nathan. Looking to go backwards to Sam Cahan, who puts a big one up to Ted. Ooh, just over the outstretched hands of Jin. Ted calls him in, but he's not in. Sean's running from wherever he is to look at the line.
Have a quick look at it.
Here we go.
I think they're also calling a stall maybe on the mark. Or something. I don't know.
No, I think they're fine with that. Ooh, just would have just sailed past Jin's hands.
Yeah, just another 2 centimetres and Jim would have been all over that one.
Right, Ted now with a disc. Happy to just make the leader into Nathan. With a nice goal. Nicely played.
Yeah. Northern Flyers are happy that Nathan rocked up. Minute to game time. Swans in and gets it done for them tonight.
I don't think Nathan planned to play as much as he has this league. I know he's currently working the COVID ward at whichever hospital he's at. I figured he thought he'd just be out non-stop, but just live your life.
Glad he could make time for us.
Obviously has the rat supply that everyone else doesn't have. Maybe that's the problem. But we now have 7-6, and I think that was a break. That was a hold. So we'll see what they can do here. Looks like Sean Davis is taking a point off. Rest his legs. Sean Lace also taking a point off. Yeah, it's just me today. We missed your comeback too, though. I'm going to take credit for it because just before you had the comeback, I did say that you needed to start hucking it and needed to start playing some junky looks. And then the power went off and you did it. I don't know. Maybe you need the power to go off more.
Hopefully not.
Powley's got the little D-line clap going. Too bad they're on O.
Still works,
But
right?
Joe fields a pull, goes sideways to Jin, gets it back central, has Will. Central to Will. Greg has the easy under into the middle. Greg now. Easy under at Alice. Alice goes backwards to Joe. Joe, not entirely certain what the look was there. But nice D, nice heads up D. Foley picks up the disc. Foley picks up the disc here. Goes under to Sam O'Connell. Oh, punts it. Might never come back in. Oh. I'm not sure that's in. I think he's actually. Let's have a look at this. I think he's caught it in. I think he's caught it in. I think he's caught it with his foot down, hasn't he? Yeah, I think his foot is down. Depending on what's going on there, if he's in, believe he's caught this with his foot down. No, I think his foot is down before he leaves the air. I think he's actually... I'm looking at it here. I don't know where his foot is on conjunction with the line. Foot was down. Definitely disc in hand, right?
I'll replay it 8 times. See how we go. Disc never lies. I'm calling a 1-throw turn from Petrie here.
Yeah, well.
And I'm wrong. Boy can dream.
Keith goes backwards to Petrie.
A great effort from Perkins to try and keep that disc alive.
I'll tell you what, should be rewarded. Greg chucks it up. Just get the D here, Perkins. No, great read by Keith. Good body. I don't think he's in either. Good read by Keith. Good body. Pushed John under it. I think John was coming back to make the big play, but had to readjust mid-air. So I don't think Keith was in. He caught it and took a bit of a run. It's hard to see the camera angle for me in there, but that's not in either. Not jumped in. High stall count. Sang just takes the nice easy one. I think it's a stall out. So it should be a D to Foley. 7-6.
Just having another look at that Perkins grab on my phone. Looks pretty in to me, Johnny.
I mean, we looked at it a couple of times in slow-mo here, Rex. I think his foot was down. It's an incredible play by John Perkins.
He's another one of the boys coming up through the ranks, playing the A's for the first time this season.
He is. Pretty stoked to make it, I think. Really put a lot of effort in the off-season. Played APOC last year, I believe, and really put a lot of effort in too.
Yeah, I remember he had an unfortunate injury at selections last season. So
that's true, he
ruled
did,
him out of the A's, and then he clawed back onto the B team.
Yeah, he did. I think he might not have been ready last year, but he's really put the effort in, just really grown. Runs really hard, quite aggressive. His throwing has really, really improved. And he just needs to learn how to cut really effectively. But here we are, we're back with Gareth. He has the big swing to Sam O'Connell because nothing else eventuated. He hits John Perkins.
Travel
called on Sam O'Connell.
The punters want to see a Perkins goal here. That's what they want to see.
It is true. I do want to see a Perkins goal.
The punters being me.
And me. I think he deserves it. And I want it to be as simple as possible. I want it to be just a clap catch under on a 10-meter pass. Just deserves it, I reckon.
He is working hard though, credit to him.
Hits the under. Ted unable to hold on to it.
Yeah, Wachtel there, not really doing Perkins any favours.
Ted Wachtel, another one playing really well at the moment though. That's unfortunate. Not normally known for drops or anything like that. Joe, slow walk, picks up the disc. Just not aware of the other people poaching off the lane. Gareth picks it up, sends it to the speedster. Not a goal. Caught it on the line. Back to Seng. He puts the floaty one up to Gareth. Nice easy goal. All's well that ends well, and that's half to the Northern Flyers. Lots of calls, lots of points.
I'm pretty sure that's just some good karma right there, right?
Just
the John Perkins goal was in, that's what I heard.
Yeah, Joe Petrie just not looking at what's going on. Not switched on enough.
I think that's half. We take it to 6-8.
Not entirely certain Nathan wasn't in either.
I think he just wanted the 2 points.
He did. It's a lovely throw by Sang, though. Nicely weighted, just out to the space for Gareth. We might take a break there and come back for the second half.
No worries, we'll see you after the half.
Off with his phone now, but he helped save the day. Another one of the
Greg,
unsung heroes.
And we're looking at East Adelaide Force here to start this second half on defence.
Greg Schrader with the young one at home. How old now, Greg? 6 months. Oh, good time. Still sleeping a lot.
Yeah, there's a few boys that have recently moved on to being dads, strengthening the outbreak Bs this year.
Must admit, if my own wife wasn't coaching a Div 2 women's team, I might have jumped on board just to have a fun run around. But
don't you coach the men's team, Johnny?
I'm coaching the men's Div 1 team, which means I can't go to Div 2 because I'm at home looking after the bub.
Fair enough.
But I'm looking forward to Outbroken, the Masters team. All right, so East Adelaide Force come out here on defence. Probably not a bad option for them here, actually, because they look, when they're able to set their D that they want from the start, they look a lot better than off of a turn.
Great pull there from Lace.
And they need some breaks to win this game, so let's go. Here we go. Oh, and there's a big hand block from Sean Lace to Sean Davis. Sean Davis immediately takes the mark. It's a big punt up to Ben Powley, who is there. Takes some contact. Takes some contact, but gets up. Sam Cahan throws a couple of fake elbows. Nothing in it. There's a quick break they needed. Moment of brilliance by Sean Lace. Recognising quickly there's a mismatch deep. With his player standing foreside too. Just puts it up for him. Knows it's coming. Foley read the throw but was just too late. No, that was his fault. Just too far away to really make a play. So, start with a break. 8-7 now. They need another one though to really make this a game. So we've got Foley, Sean Davis, Sam Cahan, Nathan, Stephen, Ted and Gareth coming up against Sean Lace, Murray, Powley, Joe, Alice, Sid and Jin. Sean with a big pull. Let's have a look what they come down in a set. Are they coming down in this match? Slow pull. Northern Flyers do enjoy this Sean as the primary look. Often don't have the next move fully planned out. Need to have someone going for him. So to hit Foley, goes to Ted. Has Sam in the big under space.
Yeah, Sam put in a lot of work to get that under position.
Big under to Stephen. Picked his receiver. Mismatch deep. Stephen's able to hit to Sean. Just outside the end zone. Just needs someone to give him something easy. Nathan takes it. So
yeah, way to steady the ship. Strong force from East Adelaide Force there. Coming down with some intensity, but Northern Flyers are able to hold that point.
Yeah, just strong force to start, but then Sean Lace just too slow to come back. Stopped the first one, but needed to shade into that backhand force. Made it too easy in the end for Nathan to just jag back on Murray into the break space for the goal. So now we have a couple of other players wandering on. 7-9. It's a hold to Northern, so East Adelaide Force have pegged one of the breaks back. So if they can just put this O in, continue to so John Perkins, Ted, Nathan, Sean Davis, Sam Cahan, Sam O'Connell and Seng for the Northern Flyers. Sean Lace, Joseph Petrie, Keith Chow, Sid, Powley, Will and Greg for the East Adelaide Force. Wind going slightly left to right for the viewers at home. So East Adelaide Force will be pushing into this. Makes Sean's big floaty backhand pull a little bit easier to put. Will fields the pull. And again, doesn't hit Joe when he probably has time. Sang is coming down fast, but I think there's enough time there. Maybe Joe needs to move a bit for him. Give him a bit easier look. Joe to Sean. Sean to Will. Will to with a flip pass to Greg. To Powley. Sid's just hanging out in the deep space. Sean will be happily sit there with him. Will backwards to Joe. To Sid. Goes to Sean on the little one. Sean goes around to Joe. To Powley. Now Powley has a big one to Greg. It's fading back to Greg on the right. And a good grab by Greg, good read. Good chase down by Ted too. Got caught out. Initial read did look like it was heading left. Caught some wind drift and faded back right. Yeah, we can see both players did head first left, thinking that's where it was going as well. Both had the first immediate read, but Greg in the offensive position had the chance to read the disc for longer. Saw that it was fading right.
Yeah, Greg took the line and Ted had to come back after probably getting the position first, but just slightly overshot.
Yeah, overall not a bad defensive play. Caught by a wind pocket.
That brings it to 8-9, if I'm not mistaken.
It does.
8-9.
So this is where they were just a bit before. 7-8. They need to just peg away at it. Put their O in like they just did. And just do something to force a break. Last time it took a moment of brilliance by Sean Lace with a hand block on Sean Davis. Next time, how are they going to generate this block? That's the question. Are they going to throw some junky look at him again? It's 9-8. No to them. All right, Sean Lace with a big pull. They do
Lots of
have
hangs
a
on there.
range of players running down in position, so it could be a bit junky here. It is junky. Okay, so what type of junk is it? Looks like a pretty... Oh, and Sean Lace gets a D again. I think he was playing a short deep there, or some form of deep, some form of space in front of the disc. Pally and Sean just weaving it at the moment. And Sid sneaks under the arms of Sam Cahan for the goal. So again, it's that junky look. If you can throw this junk at this white team, it does throw them off a little bit. They want to grind. They want to grind on offense into big open spaces. Take that away from them and they struggle at times.
Did feel like another level of intensity from East Adelaide Force. They really want to keep this game close and finish it out strong.
Yeah, ratchet up the intensity, cause some mayhem.
Some big pulls from Sean Lace and a few pivotal hand blocks.
He's just sitting in, he's sitting in that short, deep space, and he read where the throw was going to come. I don't know if it was a traditional three-man cup or just a kind of loose wall. Didn't look too tight. I think it was more just a loosey wall, sort of baiting the through throw, and it happened. Sean Lace there to capitalise. So we'll see what they do here. Will Northern Flyers stick to their kind of grinding offense, or will they throw some sort of look? A few times they have gone through as required some big throws from Sam Cahan. There's a pull. I think it is going to Brick. So Sean Davis is going to take the pull. I think they have set up in this... Is it a arrowhead almost? It could be an arrowhead sort of formation. It's definitely not a traditional three-man cup. A lot looser. Ooh. Look at the sniff he wanted. But Sam will happily... Sam will sit here, I think. So they're just moving it around at the moment, but they don't have the people coming into the space needed. Sam Cahan, again, that's what I'm talking about, needed the big kind of break to do it. Goes backwards to Sean Davis. He's signalling we want someone in that corner again. Gareth, there's a big swing. That's the one they wanted. Sam Cahan Sam O'Connell with good body work just to hold his space out. Oh, there is a big hammer across to Gareth. Hits Sam through the middle. He throws a big blade over the top. Nathan has it. But there it is. I think definitely doing something like that. See if they can throw the junky look that becomes more aggressive maybe. They just held that for too long. They let them look at it for too long.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure initially, and then a few backwards throws to tire the defense out and then just send it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they just needed good to catch someone early, but if either transition into a match, which I'm not sure they need to do against this East Adelaide force, or just transition to a more aggressive one. Realise that if we let them pass it around, we're just tiring ourselves, chasing. So why not get aggressive and see if we can actually force a turn, contain for the first 2 passes, and then get aggressive. Otherwise, just giving players like Sam Cahan and Sean Davis time with the disc to
great composure from Kay on that point.
Eventually, just hit something, right?
Put the team on his back and said, "Let's go."
Just not enough pressure to stop. Yeah, that you're giving them easy reset. So eventually, you're just going to have a good thrower hit a good throw. But we'll see how they come here. I think Northern Flyers just need to stick to playing hard match. Hard match and generate a turn on a weaker player. Keep Sean Lace, Powley and kind of Greg away from the dangerous spaces.
Yeah, their matchups, if you just play straight man, are actually pretty good.
And sometimes
you just got to get off the couch and stop being so lazy.
So Sean Davis is just poaching in the space. Wasn't a bad look. But I think, did Alice throw that? And it was just a...
It wasn't Alice throw. It was ambitious. Probably only half a step behind as well.
She had no mark, I think. Ooh, another hand block by Sam Lace. Is that going to affect that, or is John going to be able to... Greg gets it. Okay. And Joe just puts a big one up to Powley. Sean's tried to get in his body. Hasn't made it. And it's gone to Gin. And then we are tied up again. Sean tried to get physical in there. Powley took the grab. Had the ice easy flip pass across to Gin.
Some real determination from Petrie there. Got the D. Let's just give it a crack. Throw it to our big receiver in the end zone and see how we go.
Sometimes works. Worked that time. So, what are Northern Flyers going to do here? Nathan, Sean, Sam, Ted, John, Gareth, Sang. Plenty of runners on the line. You would assume that East Adelaide Force, Keith, Murray, Sid, Powley, Joe, Sean and Greg will throw some sort of junky look. It's what's working for them. It is a loose junk. Maybe an arrowhead. I'm not entirely certain what it is, but it's definitely designed to make them throw a lot of passes. Maybe to get to a sideline and trap.
Seems like they're almost leaving some options available so that the Northern Flyers get a bit complacent and then just bite in at the last second and get those last few Ds like Greg's aiming to do, and Lace has got a couple.
Yeah. So, long time between goals. Certainly not world's timing, is it? Sean Lace with a big pull is likely to brick again, I think. Did brick. It's been a feature of both games this night. Just catching the brick pullers. Oh, and there's a contested brick call. This game's got it all. So we're going to Sean Davis in the middle. I assume he'll walk the disc up. He's not very far out of his end zone. And it does look junky again. This looks more like a traditional three-man cup. Oh, no, maybe an assassination? Perkins with a disc. Oh, nice double team. Definitely double teaming all over the shop. This heads it over. That blade is always going to be there with this wind. They need to sit their wing maybe slightly deeper, not be so aggressive.
Yeah, and Sam Cowan's happy about that one.
Not sure if they really not sure if that was a tactic to be so double teamy, but hopefully not. But
well, if there's 10 people around the disc, that means that someone's probably free somewhere else.
True. Very true. I think it might have been actually an assassination on Sean Davis. I think Sean Lace might have run down and picked him up one-on-one with just a standard three-man cup behind that. But if you're going to do that, yeah, you got to hold your wings back. Not make it so easy for him to just go over. Yeah. Sam's talking about having unlimited blades. Well, if they're going to let him keep throwing it, just... You'd think they realised he's thrown 5 of them. Maybe don't give him the blade option.
Certainly more happy there than run around in circles trying to get it back.
That's right. All right, so here we go. We're on a trading game here. Can't be too long left. Do we have a time?
My clock says 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes. So this might be... time cap may go in this point. Got Sean Davis with a pull. Can he avoid throwing the big outside-in backhand that gets dragged all the way to the other side of the field? No, we decided in the end to just start throwing lady ones. Looks like he's going with the inside. Yep, big inside. It's going to sit. No, he's pulled it out the other side.
Maybe he'll calibrate it if we get another white pull.
I know, just what's going on? All right, so Joe's going to walk this to the brick mark. Sang's pointing it out to him helpfully. Sean Davis just sitting deep of the stack. So who is he left? He's left... Not entirely certain who he's left here free. Sid. He's left Sid on the far sideline free. Perkins is picking up 2 players. Sid needs to get on his bike and get moving, provide an option. Does now. They're falling out of it now. Goes to Joe. He hits Powley. Greg's going to come under here. Sid. Sid goes backwards to Joe. Oh, Joe lofts one at Murray. Hoping for Murray. Brilliant! I was just going to say, once a game he's good for it. He hadn't had it yet. He hadn't had it yet. I knew it was coming. You just can't stop the man from doing something amazing every game. So Sean's calling him coming, bumping him through the space. Oh, Murray does have his arm up, but... Murray does have his arm up.
We can have another quick look at it.
So does he put his arm up over Sean's shoulder here? Oh, I don't know. He does put his arm up, but is Sean... Does it stop Sean?
You know what they say about Ultimate? It is a non-contact sport, but that was a great grab from Wachtell.
I'm always a fan of brilliant plays just being rewarded.
Yeah,
I think we really miss the...
If it's a great layout and you're slightly out of the field, just call it in, right?
I know. I think we miss what Aussie rules has with the specky mark, in that it is completely against the rules to do a specky mark, but we just give it to them because it's bloody awesome.
Just pay it.
And I think we just need to bring that back to the game. I think it used to exist, but then people started to actually learn the rules. And then, I don't know, you lost it.
And we're about to approach time cap. Accepted foul, sounds like. Murray's a good gentleman.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe within the rules. His arm went up. He came from behind and his arm came up, but... Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like technically there, but for the spectacle of the sport, I'd say keep it to Murray. Sean should have just boxed out better.
Yeah, I'm sure the boys will go have a look at that one and give him some choice words.
Garrett's gone down the line to Ted. Ted looks a couple of times. Ooh. I still count. What's he got? He hits Foley. Foley throws a big one to Diggers. He's calling it in. Powley's calling it out. Yep. Powley then sets himself up very helpfully in the correct position. Veteran move.
Just needed a breather.
Nope, he's resenting. It's a goal. Nice throw by Foley, nicely weighted into the wind. It's a goal there. East Adelaide Force with a couple of...
We do have ourselves a game to 13 now.
Game to 13, so Northern Flyers are going to need a hold and 2 breaks to win it.
I think Northern Flyers are 1 point away. They're in the driver's seat here. East Adelaide
Force are going to need a hold. I apologise. Good catch, Rex. Sometimes doing this by yourself most of the time is hard. It's been good having you there, Rex.
Oh, I'm happy you're here, Johnny. I've done a few streams with my toe on the mute button and a bit less savoury words to say.
So again, I don't know if we've got anyone watching anymore, but I'd love to see in the comments. Is it worth having a little bit of contact to have some spectacular plays? I'd like to hear what others think.
Oh, Vish in the chat's blowing up to give him the goal. The better Wachtel deserves the goal there.
Yeah, I don't know, Vish. I agree. I just think, yeah. Mr. Spectacle is a great grab. And he held it. Landed on his coccyx and all.
Put his body on the line.
Put his body on the line. Just give him the goal. What you hope for East Adelaide Force here is that Sean Davis is secretly just sitting there turning the cogs over and he'll have a couple of bad moments here. We can also, though, we've got John Perkins behind us. We can also say maybe.
It probably evens out, yeah.
Maybe he deserved the goal earlier. But then they got the goal on that. So does it even out? It doesn't even out.
Just another 3 goals from the East Adelaide Force here and it'll even it out quite nicely.
Powley wants the big one. Sean Davis. No, sorry, Sean Lace. God, I'm tired.
Lots of Seans and lots of Sams.
Goes to Alice. Alice goes through the middle to Sid. Oh, Sid just has I think he just lost track of where the flick was. Backhand force. Sam hits 2. Oh, and he can't hit Ted. It's a rocket at Ted, though. It's a hard one to catch. Sam Cahan knows it as well. He's like, it was an open throw, just need to put some touch on it.
Yeah, that could have been the game there, Johnny.
That could have been the game, Rex. But Northern Flyers, perhaps the most important possession of the game for the Northern Flyers now.
I'm sure Sam Cahan's annoyed that his hand block wasn't rewarded there.
That's true.
We're still got a game.
Sideways to Sean. It's down the line to Powley. Rockets it to Greg. Goes to Alice. Alice to Powley to Joe. Goes up to Sean coming up.
Oh, I love when Sean gets angry like that.
Goes to Sean Lace. Ooh.
Give me every second disc.
Yes.
Get out of my way.
He's definitely got the jets on. Arenda to Murray. Murray to Joe in front of the end zone. Murray unfortunately cuts off the easy pass. Centres it across. Lovely actual. Ooh, I think that's a goal. Got his legs taken out. I think it's a goal first. Lovely crossfield throw from Joe, actually. Luckily, Powley didn't jump for it, thinking it was for him.
Yeah, Greg straight to the rescue there with that save.
Maybe Greg called him out. Powley pulled his legs up. Oh, and then the bid from Gareth, a bit late. Maybe.
Yeah, glad to see Sid get straight up. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. As someone who's broken his elbow from a late bid from a lovely colony boy, I won't name names.
I'm sure we all know who you're talking about.
Not happy about it.
So we've still got a game. A bit of fire in the black bellies.
So we said they needed the hold. They did the first task.
Now we just need 2 breaks, Johnny.
The 2 breaks. So Northern Flyers here have two 0 points to put it in.
2 breaks is all you need.
Gareth walks off. Goes off. Seng's going on.
Izzy in the chat piping up that the rules are the rules, and I suppose that is how they're written, but...
Izzy is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Izzy. Like, I'm not saying that it was the wrong call. I'm saying that I wonder if we should bring in something where if a play is spectacular enough...
You need a bit of spectacle.
Yeah, how do we... I don't want to take that play out of the game. I just thought it was great to watch.
Needs more biffs, right?
I know, yeah. I just think that, yeah. I just think back to...
Your glory days 15 years ago?
Yeah, somewhere, Mark Isherwood is just crying into a beer that was called a foul.
Oh.
But we play, and Sean just has a nice easy one, straight through from Seng to Sam. Sam now has the disc. Has all the time in the world to go backwards to Foley, goes to Seng. Seng with a big fake, back to Sam. Sam has the easy out to Foley, but he knows it, so he's happy to see if something else will eventuate. Foley goes to Sam. They need to stop Sam getting every second pass, or they'll just walk this up very happily. Goes across to Seng, goes back to Sam again. Goes to Nathan across the field. This is where they made travel call
on Sam Cowan.
Drag of a foot, maybe? Did he round?
Maybe he's just too good, I think.
Yeah, well, they're definitely letting him just have the disc as much as he wants.
Yeah, Sam's happy when you don't put defence on him.
That's
He
true.
can throw whatever blade he wants.
He's very cluey. He's played for a long time. He knows when there's not tight defence. He knows when he can just easily get a pass. All right, retracted travel call. And again, just too easy to go back to him. So Powley's come out to him now. Oh, Joe reads the pass. Hits it to Alice, who goes sideways to Jin. Jin goes back to Sean Lace. Who goes to Joe. Powley's just sitting in the deep space.
Yeah.
Oh, Sid
Oh.
has dropped it. Sam has anyone he wants to go to at the moment. Sean Davis. And then he
Throw
hits
goes up.
to Ted, but he threw it to his opposite, Sean. Not entirely certain who that was aimed at.
I think Ted was the intended target. But Sean seemed to think it was for him.
Yep. Sid's gone under. Gone to Joe. He goes to Powley. Powley to Alice. Powley backwards to Joe. Joe backwards to Powley. Little handler weave to get it back to Joe in a power position. Nice inside break to Alice, who breaks again to Sean Lace. Goes back central to Alice, who goes backwards again to Powley. Break to Keith, back to Powley in the middle. Powley, fake the throw to Sean, hits Alice, back to Powley. There's a lot of movements here. Hands on knees. Powley goes to Jin. Jin goes backwards to Powley. Goes to Joe. Not a lot of not a lot of downfield movement. Joe goes to Powley. Powley to Sean. Powley to Sean.
And just for something different, Powley to
Powley
Sean.
to Sean. He goes to Jin. But Sean just reads it.
And then
It's
again,
just-
Powley to Sean, but just on the other team.
Yeah. I don't know if they needed to. There wasn't too much pressure. Seng's pretty wrecked. Oh, Sean just jacks it. Oh, I think that is a foul call. Oh, I definitely think it's a foul call. It's a lot of contact. Definitely a foul.
He probably
Lots
got to
of
the
body
disc first,
contact,
but
particularly after the D2.
I don't see how he could have made that without
Alice
landing
is
on top of
tired. I
Nathan.
don't think Alice got hit in the contest. I think she's just tired.
Have
Don't
another quick
think-
look.
Don't think she got hit. Nah, she's just tired. There's a lot of... Yes, Powley got the D first, but there's a lot of contact on it afterwards.
And I
Don't-
feel like Diggers was crawling to the disc as it was still in the air. Maybe if he wasn't so flattened, he might have even got the second chance.
Maybe. But I think, yeah. I just don't know if Powley could have got the D without ploughing. Oh, and he's retracted. So what is it? An unretracted foul call?
Retracted foul, I think.
It's a lot of contact.
Yeah, lots of contact there. But it's good we have the video footage. We can go back and have a look at it and talk about our expectations as a team and what we're
Maybe
happy
it was
with.
like sometimes all we could see was the back of Powley, so maybe there wasn't that much
Well,
contact.
he did get up and get the disc first. I'll give him that. But
Yeah.
the level of contact afterwards, that's where the question is.
But there's the D. Doesn't matter either way. It's come back.
Oh, the disc never lies,
Oh,
right?
no.
Unless there's another stoppage. Let's have a look at that one.
Oh, I think it's just an injury.
Yep.
I think it's an injury.
Yeah, you know what they say about Nathan? Closing speed. Bang, there you go.
There it is. Did waft to Powley. Bit hard.
And
for
we're
him
going to play it
get.
again just for kicks. And the story writes itself. Nice work from Dignam there.
If they score this goal, it'd be a nice actual bookends to the game, because the first point of the game was a run through Nathan D on Powley.
Oh, and,
Oh, we got the man himself coming in here. Mike Palmer.
he's a body of a god. He's been doing Bikram 10 times a day for the last
Ooh.
6 years.
He has. He's tried to get me out there a number of times. I've said no.
Yeah, it is 2 for 1 at the moment. I've done my fortnight.
I'm happy to do the... Oh, Foley! Oh, my goodness.
It's
Not
all falling
entirely
apart
certain-
here for both teams.
I'm not entirely certain what has happened to this game, Rex, but we have lost control.
I think it's past our bedtime. Probably
It is-
a lot of the players on the field are feeling
It
it
is
too.
definitely past my bedtime. But Joe dumps it back to Sean Lace. Sean Lace back to Joe. A lot of tired bodies out there. Not many people wanting to make a move. One hard cut might work it for him. Sean Lace now with the disc. Goes backwards to Powley. Goes with the weave. Powley. Out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a key moment in the game. You really need to recognise that fact that you're about to step out of the field and lose the game for your team. So at least make some kind of effort to stay in.
Sam Cahan walks it in.
Yeah, if only we had the funds in our budget to...
Oh, now Sam
have
Cahan
some
with the
lines.
easy drop.
It's all falling apart for both teams, though.
No one wants to win this game, Rex.
Not sure if it's a drama or a comedy at this point. Maybe a little bit of romance, a little bit of tragedy.
Maybe Mike Palmer's won now that he's here. We'll ask Mike once this point eventually ends about my my theory.
Yeah, maybe we'll put him on the comms for the last
Put
point.
him on the comms for the last bit, just so he can hear my theory. All right, well, anyway, we got the disc swinging. Alice has the disc. She goes
Come on,
down
Sean,
the
come on,
line to
Sean. Have a-
Sean.
have a
He's not
full
going
over. You
to...
got it?
Oh, he makes it. Turns the after jets on. He goes backwards to Joe. Joe has the swing, but Sam...
He's gone into the woods there to make sure of it.
Give him 6 points for 2 Ds.
It's only 15 minutes after soft cap.
Man, I agreed to do commentary thinking this game would be over by now, but no, we're here.
Oh, I got an early minute last week. That was great.
Yeah. Sam calls the timeout.
It's already happened tonight. Don't worry, mate. The power has gone
Power
off.
has gone, Mike. You'd be proud of Rex and Katie. They're on their jets, fixing it super quick. But Mike, I've got... You don't have to jump on it. You can just talk either way. We had a magnificent play from Murray Rockdale a little bit earlier in the game. And he did slide past Sean Davis. And technically, he had his arm up, and there was a little bit of contact on it.
Was that a D?
No, it was an offensive grab for a goal. Okay?
I think I might have seen that.
And I feel like we miss what Aussie Rules has with the specky mark.
Yeah.
And that in Aussie Rules, the spectacular mark where you climb on shoulders, if you think about it, that's a push in the back all day, every day. Here it comes. And I just think...
But Sean's never going to get that, though.
I know.
Isn't that the point of it?
But I just wonder, should there be a rule? Yeah.
Is it dangerous? Did it affect the play? If it's not dangerous, didn't affect the play. I don't think that affected the play, and I don't think it was dangerous.
So it definitely wasn't dangerous.
So we should be able to get some speckies out of that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I just feel like, is there a level of contact we can have where the players... that's a spectacular play by Murray. We want to reward spectacular plays.
If he didn't bump into Sean's shoulder, Sean might have been 6 inches higher.
That's true.
Taller. Let's go it again.
I
Sorry,
know.
Sean,
I just feel like we need to allow for some spectacular...
There should be if it looks good, you should pay it a goal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Was that a goal in the end? Or
no, it was no. Murray just accepted the foul call in the end after a bit of a chat. We also had one where...
There is that point where you're just about to take off, and it doesn't take very much contact to affect, and Sean's probably the best judge of that, because I've definitely had it where you're just about to take off and you get a little bump and you pretty much wrecks your whole mechanism.
Yeah, so
that's a possibility.
My commentary is not really based off of...
if it looks good, it should be a goal. That's the rule we need.
Yeah, I think the right outcome was made.
Yep. Contested.
But I feel like we need something where the crowd can just agree that it's awesome to let it happen.
he towed it out.
Or the John Perkins one. Is that the one? No, he actually he caught this in. He's
got it.
He had it. He had it in his hand, and then he jumped. So I think
that needs to go to Milan's meme thing. That's like a worm, if I ever saw it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a worm.
We all thought the John Perkins one was out.
I'm going to give back to Rexy because he's probably got better eyes than me. So thanks for that. I think that if it's good, it should stand.
Yep. There we go. Mike Palmer. Mike Palmer would have enjoyed Powley's poleaxe of Nathan Dignam that somehow got retracted. Foul call.
Yeah, there was a few choice words. I don't know how he talked him down from that.
There was a few choice words. But Sean now to Nathan. Let's see if they can put this in. Right, they've had the timeout. They've calmed themselves down. Right, Nate. Gareth. Oh, Gareth has the big one to Nathan. Oh, but he can't hold on to it.
I did call it a comedy about 10 minutes ago.
It has been an absolute shambles this point. We need to get some sensible players like Greg, Ted and Stephen on. This point has devolved into something that no one wants to watch.
Well, maybe if this game does go to Universe, the boys might step up.
That's true. That's true. All right. Joe. Oh, Sang. Massive bid. Gets it to Powley. Powley goes the under to Keith. Keith has a disc now. Goes backwards to Powley. Powley down the line to Sean. Sean could perhaps be out of bounds where he is right now. Definitely caught it in though. He goes backwards to Powley. Powley to Sean. So go. Sean swings it to Joe. Not heaps of movement downfield. Joe swings it to Jin. Jin wants it. Jin goes backwards to Joe. Joe hits it to Sean Lace. Harley's just sitting in the deep space. I think he wants some sort of power position into a huck. Joe swings it to Jin, who gets to Powley.
Nice catch under pressure.
Powley hits Alice. Nice grab, falling over. She throws it at the knees of Keith. Okay,
Yeah,
Sean's
Chow just
disc.
can't quite hold on.
Let's see, can they put this in? He hits Nathan. Nathan goes to Foley. Foley has Sean Davis. Sean Davis has Foley. He goes central to Gareth. Goes sideways to Sean. To Gareth. I think he may have jumped that in.
Make a stoppage out of nothing.
All right. So we've got Sean here in the dump position. I feel like Sean might try and jink Sid here into a down the line for a goal. I think that'll be what's on Sean's mind. Hopefully Gareth doesn't just turn and throw to Sean immediately.
Well, I think that's probably what Gareth wants in this scenario. Get the pressure away from me.
Yeah.
And there we
There
go.
it
There's
is.
the upper line from Sean. Good defensive pressure.
Good defensive pressure. Sean's got the disc. Centres it to Foley. Foley's by himself here, so they can... But they're just doing little jinky stuff. Nope, not in. Going back. They need to get off that corner. Yep, Sam Cahan. He goes to Sean Davis. Sean to Sam. He goes the hammer to John. There's the goal for the win. And Northern Flyers take it out and have the ticket into the grand final in 2 weeks' time. They can take it easy next week. Maybe give Red the win that they've always wanted. This is Ulti TV. Jonathan Warren White and Rex signing off. Hope you've enjoyed our, or at least my, rubbish but dulcet commentary.
Thank you for your overtime, Johnny. Yeah, the check is in the mail. Has